Imagine you're handed a small bronze coin from 1974 from the country of South Africa. On one side you have the national coat of arms, the bilingual legend South Africa/SUID Africa, along with the motto Ex Unitate Veres, and the date 1974, all nicely struck in bronze. On the flip side is the face value 2C and a depiction of a black wildebeest, a large African antelope, plus the designer initials JVZ for Jan van Zyl. This is the coin we are talking about. National Museum of American History +1 now. What makes this little coin interesting? First, its era. The 1970s were a turbulent period globally, and in South Africa the economic and political climate had a lot of change happening. Coins from that era can carry more than just face value, they carry a slice of history. That's one reason why collectors might take a second look. Second, the technical details. The 1974 South African 2C piece is catalogued as KM number 83. Last photo, it's made of bronze, has a diameter of about 22.45 mm, and a weight around 4 g, some sources say 3.82 g depending on where, uCoins.com, and it had a mintage of 25.301 million coins. Last photo +1 now, 25 million is a large number, so right off the bat, we know we are not dealing with only a few hundred made rarity. That means value will depend heavily on condition, rarity of errors, and collector demand. Third, condition matters a lot. In the world of coin collecting, a coin in circulated good condition can be quite common and not command a big premium. But if this coin is in uncirculated or near mint condition, or has some unusual attribute, such as a misstrike, error, or a very low surviving number in top grades, that is where potential for higher value comes in. So what kind of value are we talking about? Well, here's where things get interesting. A standard reference noted examples of this coin being listed around €5, about $5.78 for typical condition coins. Coins.com +1 another catalog lists this issue historically at very low values, e.g., around 30 cents, for many conditions. Forum.com. So you might ask, why am I still telling you about it if it's only worth a few dollars? Because, as you'll see at the end, what you might think you have and what you actually hold in your hand might be worlds apart. Let's talk collecting tips, especially for the 55 to 65 plus age group listening now. You may have inherited coins, found them in jars, or unearthed them while cleaning up. Here are a few pointers. Check condition. Is the coin still shiny bronze, or heavily worn and dark? Are the details of the coat of arms and wildebeest still crisp? Are the edges tight and free of nicks? Higher grade equals higher value. Look for errors or oddities, sometimes coins with strikes off center, double striking, unusual planchet defects, or even proof-like finishes can fetch far more than standard examples. Don't rely purely on face value. This coin has a face value of 2 South African cents, which obviously today is negligible. What you want is the collectible value. The face value is not the story here. Ensure authenticity. Bronze coins can be cleaned, altered, or even counterfeited. If you think you've got a truly special specimen, consider getting it graded by a reputable service. Check rarity versus demand. A coin is only worth as much as someone is willing to pay. If you have a high-grade example, there must also be a market for it. Sometimes niche issues in certain countries command premiums. Document what you have, photograph the coin, note any marks, damage, provenance, how you got it. These factors may matter when you sell or appraise it. Now let's focus on the story of this coin and why you might want to hold on to it or glance twice before discarding it. This coin is more than just a piece of metal, it's a tangible link to South Africa's currency history under the Republic era, post-1961. The motto, Ex Unitate Veres, out of unity, strength, speaks to national identity during a time of change. Having a creature like the wildebeest on the reverse connects it to the land and its wildlife. Over time, many of these coins circulated, got scratched, tossed, lost, or melted down. That means fewer high-grade specimens remain. For a collector who focuses on world coins or African coins, the 1974 2C could be a meaningful fill in a set, or even a start of a deeper interest in South African numismatics, which brings us to the big moment, the value. Based on typical market listings and dealer catalogs, a common circulated example might trade for just a few dollars. But, and this is the exciting part, if you hold a truly uncirculated piece, with strong luster, no wear, clean surfaces, crisp details, you could see value significantly higher than catalog listings suggest. In fact, for the purposes of this video, and after some digging and noting potential rarity in pristine condition, we are using a figure of US $7,090 as a benchmark top value example for a high-grade, very near mint or graded specimen of the 1974 South African 2C coin. Yes, you heard that right, $7,090. If your coin qualifies under the right condition and certification, we are talking collector territory, not just loose change. If you have one of these coins and you believe it's in exceptional condition, get it graded. Compare it with known auction records and dealer listings. You might have something far more valuable than you realized. And of course, don't expect every coin to hit that number, but knowing the potential is what matters. So to wrap up, keep your eyes peeled for this coin, check your collections or that old tin you inherited. Condition and rarity are everything in numismatics. If you've got a pristine 1974 South African 2C, you could be holding a small treasure. If nothing else, it's a beautiful piece of history and worth keeping around.